So when we walk the dog, there's several things that we want to keep in mind. When it comes to collars, a lot of people use a flat buckle collar. What a flat buckle collar is what most people have on their dogs, and that's where you hang your dog tags. And that's what a lot of people will use for walking the dog. But the thing is the dog will pull into that and actually start choking themselves out. You can switch to a harness. The problem with a harness is it incentivizes the dog to pull. It just moves the weight into the chest area as opposed into the neck. So that's why you put a harness on a sled dog, is for that reason. Even with a prong, the dog will try to pull if you create back pressure. So we're not going to create back pressure. We're not going to pull on the dog with a prong on. We're actually going to create little pops, and those are just little quick jerks on the leash, and that's how we're going to communicate with the dog. Okay, come on. Okay, so if the dog is starting to pull ahead, I'm going to pop backwards. And that'll bring the dog back. But again, I don't want to put direct pressure or pull the dog back. I want to use popping motions. If the dog is going off to my left side, I'm going to pop inward. If the dog is kind of cutting in front of me, I'm going to pop outward. And if the dog drops behind me, the dog being behind me is okay, as long as the dog's a little bit behind me. In fact, I'd rather it be there because then the dog's really focusing on me. If the dog is starting to get ahead of me and I'm constantly popping the dog and the dog isn't staying in a back position, what I'm going to do is start doing 180-degree turns. So what I'll do is let the dog get out ahead of me, I drop the leash, and then I turn directions and bring him back. After a couple pops like that, the dog is going to really start to focus on me and not try to get out ahead of me, because that's what we want. We want the dog to really be focusing on us.